Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome back. So let's pick up from where we left off. This is review sample Z on not review sample Z, but review samples UI UX corner. And let us pick up from where we left off. So everything you need to follow along in this UI design video here, UI design series, is will be linked in the description section of this menu. In case you're just joining us, we're working on making a UI design for a coffee shop application. So follow along. The resources you need to follow along will be linked in the description section. Thanks in advance for watching, and let's get right into it. So this is where we left off here, and this is what we're going to look at today. So let's get started. So the next thing we're going to do is just this. We'll duplicate everything here since it has everything that we need. So I just say Control D. Okay, then we just move that as far as we possibly can from that one. Then okay, all right, okay, so there. So let's just soft click. Okay, so do a soft click there with the mouse. Then we'll get rid of everything here, this section. So that can get rid of, that we can get rid of. Okay, so for this one, the size of this sidebar menu will be dynamic in the production version of the application. Okay, control went the other way around. Okay, okay, so some insect was flying on the screen, so the screen is kind of like touch sensitive. Okay, so let's continue that way. All right, so we're back. So we're looking at the orders section here. So let's get right into the orders. Using a different icon there, but no matter. We'll use this one. So Shift to select multiple controls. Then we'll duplicate as usual. Then let's move this here. Let's see. There. Okay. So that looks good. So what is our reference section telling us? Okay. So the reference image, sorry, not reference section, but image is telling us that we're at the order section here, and this is the current user that is logged in, and this is the current date here. So we're going to put a control for the name and the control for the date there. So we'll come here. Then everything that is housed in here will be housed under not menu section, but orders section, then image number 6. Okay. All right. So we're in the orders section here. So that's that here. So everything where, okay, everything underneath here. Let's see what's interesting. That seems to be outside of here. But anyway, no matter. Just like I think a small issue. It's the way the app is designed, or maybe that's just the way it is. So let's get right into it. So duplicate that, say Control D. We'll put the logged in user's name here. So fictional name will say NOLAN. Okay, so there we are. And let's come here. Okay, then we'll duplicate that again. So this will be date control. So just say dd /mm /YYYYYY, then enter. Oh no, not enter, Control Z. Then we'll just tap away. Then that's okay. Then let's come here. Okay, so we have the table header. So the table header will have items, amount, quantity, and total. So this section here, we have amount times quantity equals total. We'll work according to how the guys are going to design the system in the production version of the application. And think because the version, never mind, don't worry about the version which I'm using. So let's get right into it. Let's go on the table header. So we'll use this. So I believe one header item is here for the table. Then the other one just next. Then the other one not too far. Then the other one just next to the one which is not too far. Like that. So press Ctrl D. So let's start with this one. So this one will be items /s. Okay. Then we'll come here. Ctrl A. Select everything. Then that is AMOUNT. Okay. And that is quantity. Okay, quantity. Then total. Okay, so there we are. So that's the table header. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so let's just move these here. The image coming there. Okay. All right. Okay. So now let's fill in the rows of data. So we'll have an image first. An image first. That's what I'm went a bit too far there. Okay, so let's resize that. This is 392, 392. Let's unlock that. Make the size. We can adjust it. So I can adjust the image. How do I say asymmetrically? Okay, so that's 116, 116. Okay, that's okay. A perfect square. So let's look at our image. Okay, simulacra latte. I think we can borrow something here, can we? Yes, we can. And we're going to borrow it. Okay. And all the way here. So this item is that. Okay. Okay. So amount. What was the amount which was there? No. 2050. Okay. Quantity, let's say let's say 4. So there's a calculator. Let's see. Calculator, anybody? Okay. Let's bring that there. So 20.50 times 4 is 82. That's 82 kwacha. Let's see. No, you put your currency there for your country where you are. Okay, so 82. Then just one moment, I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. So let's work on that button. I do believe there's a delete button here. Okay, so I don't think we have this color. So let's use the color picker. So do an Alt X and select that color. Then we'll copy that value. Just keep it nearby. So let's work on this. Okay, so here we are. Round button. So that will come here. Okay, so let's do with the fields there. Let's fill in the background. Control V. All right, that looks good. Okay, let's add our duplicate that image. Control. Can we? Yes, we can. And I'm going to put it there, but this one will be slightly bigger. Let's say, okay, and let's move that into place there, and there, there, there. Okay, so let's go and get that image. Delete button image. Okay, here we are. Let me open. Then, yeah, that looks like it belongs, right? Okay, so there we go. Okay. All right. Okay, so there we are. Then, these guys could make a feature that can allow duplication, not in the horizontal, but vertical persuasion. That would be cool. And thing. So this is a duplication in the horizontal persuasion, but if they could have a feature that could do that vertically, but I think they do. Okay, we'll see one of these videos one day. We'll explore the application in detail and see if that control even exists. Okay, so come here and let's choose this image. Okay, so let's see this coffee code. CA. Already have that here. Okay, so how much did that cost? Okay. Okay, so there we are. So duplicate this, just the button, and we'll put that there. So for you guys, this part of the UI design process, in the production version of the app, there's a control here that calculates all the totals here and show how much the total for these orders that these items that the customer wants to order. So there's a control that displays that here. So you put that here for this section of the project here, like a small the design UI design challenge there. So you work on that one. Then we'll continue here. So here, place order. Okay. Okay, so let's change the image. Sorry about that. Okay, I think this one would be much better here. Okay, so I can get one of these. Then we'll drag that here. So use Control D to duplicate that control there. Duplicate that text control. Then PLACEORDER, place order. Okay. Okay, and we're done with the orders section. So let's move on to the next reference in the image in the UI design process. The next reference image, and that is this one here. So checkout. Okay, so checkout. Intriguing. Okay. All right. Okay. Intriguing. So do this. So duplicate everything there, and just move this as far as you possibly can from that. Okay. So there. Then we'll just soft click inside. We'll need this button. So then let me see. Maybe we can just move things around. Okay. And won't delete everything. We don't need this button. Let's move things around. Order date. So this becomes order date. Customer name. Okay. Items ordered, payment status. Okay. Okay, so most of this will move down here. There's something else that's supposed to come there. So let's do the search controls. Okay, so we don't need this. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. No, in fact, the better one is this one. Let's get this one. So Control D, duplicate that. So that will come there. So this will be search bar. Okay. Then you can duplicate that one. Okay. Okay, that search bar looks good. So let's do this. Customer search, excellent. Okay. Okay. Customer search. Let's see. Okay. Oh, let me just close this up. It's going to get into a bad habit there. Doing that. Okay. Customer search, date, orders. I can delete that. So get this. Control Shift to select multiple controls there. Oh, Z. Control D to duplicate after selecting multiple controls. Okay, so there. Okay, so there we are. Right. Okay, so date, month, year, search bar. So the same color. Let's see. Okay, Control V, enter. Nice. Okay, so order date /mm/y. Okay, so just leave that like that. Okay, just hold on, guys. Let me pause. Okay, let's continue. So this is our reference image. So just organizing things where they're supposed to be. So date is here. So put the customer name here. So Control A. Okay, so just expand that. Then these are the items ordered. Okay, and yeah. All right. Okay, so let's just put some variety into these images. What do we got here? Okay. So in the production version of the application, this would be a nested list. A nested list. It's a list that will come from another model that is nested inside another model. Okay, so let's do this. And depending on how the application is designed, this feature here for confirming the payment can be tied to a payment thing, API. It could be a payment API for API for banking, mobile, crypto, CBDC, whatever could be available for usage, whatever infrastructure payment could be available for usage in the location where you are, and a thing like that. So like tie that in, so to forward the payment, then the payment will loop back. Then when it loops back, then here it will show that this payment has been confirmed and stuff like that. Then we don't need this placeholder button here, so delete that one. So we'll come here now and select all of this here, then shift and not shift and delete, control and duplicate. So duplicate that, then just move that here. Okay, so there. Then we'll come here. So this could be payment details for another customer. So let's see. Okay, probably the same customer. And think so. It will show the date when they ordered and stuff like that. Let's see. Okay, so that is a completely different customer. So maybe this customer just ordered this number of items, then the same procedure there. Then yeah, so that's 1-to-1. So just hold on. Okay, so this is checkout. Okay, checkout. All right, so you just make changes on the previous versions there. Then Okay, so checkout. So you make the changes here. So this one becomes CHECK, checkout. And that should be the same for this one. Okay. Then, okay, here also. Okay. All right, and we are back. So this is the upper layer of the application. So in the production version of the app, you have the menu, orders, and checkout. If you're not admin, this won't show. But if you're an admin or a cashier or a manager, this section will show here and thing like that. Then you will when you log out, take you back to the login menu, so forth, and so on. Then let's do this. Sorry. Okay, so let's delete that. And let's bring that here. And this will be CUSTOMER. Customer search. Okay, then yeah, we're all good there. So this is the checkout section. So payment is complete. You can get the orders, take away, or you can consume them in-house, depending on how the app is going to be used, where it's deployed there in the real world. Then let me just do this. Okay. Okay, so we've done 2 sections for this video. So let me end this video here. Thanks for watching. Peace. This is Review Samples UI UX Corner. See you guys in another video. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Resource files for this video will be linked in the description section of this video here. And thanks for watching. Peace.